My senior year, I had a lot more success, like for myself and as a program, we had a lot more success. So I think my senior year was a big step forward for me as a person and as a program. So
yeah. Well, you get a chance to be out here again and learning and continuing to grow. I know coaching staff changed, so you get to learn from some other guys than you had in the past summers here with the Doc Stewart. So getting to learn and work with Coach Kearns, how's that been for you with the new pitching coach?
Awesome. He knows a lot. He's had a lot of success himself, so it's really cool being able to be coached by someone who's had so much success at a high level.
Yeah. You talked about growing as you got ready for this summer. How do you feel you've grown through this summer?
Well, I mean, I've lost weight. I'm in good shape.
That's always a good thing, man. I need to do that too.
I feel like mental toughness-wise, like I've grown a lot. I've matured a lot this summer, being around a more mature staff. It's great.
Yeah. This group, you talk about being mature. This group seems kind of, they play above their age because so many of these guys have been able to play at a high level for quite some time, but it's still a fairly young group. And what's it been like kind of with this team? How do you feel like this group has been doing with kind of dealing some of the mental side of this game?
I've played with most of these guys since I was a little kid, so like it's always the same. We all get along great. So, I mean, it's been great. It's like everybody's my age. I don't think of anybody less than that. Everybody's like the same mature level.
You spend enough time around them, you just forget how old everybody is.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly. You guys are getting close to the tail end of the season. How's it feel? I mean, you know what it's like to grind through a season like this, but at this point in the year, what's the body feeling like? What are you feeling like? Is it playing baseball day after day?
I feel great. I mean, like I said, I've gotten in better shape, so I feel a lot better. And I mean, last year we went 2 and out, so I'm looking forward to do a lot better this year. And I feel a lot better at this point in the season than I did last year at this point in the season, like my body and everything. So.
Well, that's awesome. That's good to hear there. Your senior year of high school, I always like to ask the guys that just graduated what it was like to be a senior on campus, not necessarily just in your sports seasons, but what it was like to be the big dog on campus and be a senior at Sutherland High School.
Senioritis definitely kicked in. I wore sweatpants and Birkenstocks pretty much every day, so it was great. Like senior year is always the easiest year, everybody says, and it was really kicked back, so it was nice.
Yeah. Well, don't you worry. You get to be a young man on campus coming up at some point, hopefully here for you. And that brings up the question: have you looked at what's coming up next for you now that you're done with high school?
I really want to play baseball somewhere, but I'm not sure where yet.
Yeah. Okay. Well, have you been exploring some of those options here this summer and been getting a chance to talk to anybody?
Yeah. I've been talking to Coach Robbins a lot, so I'd love to play for him. He's a really good coach.
Yeah. Well, and it's obvious he's a great resource as well. I mean, he's a guy that comes in. How obvious is it how much knowledge he brings to the game for you guys?
Everybody looks up to him so much and just respects him, so it's really cool to see.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you guys get ready for a league doubleheader here, and you're taking on the Willamette Valley Titans, this Area 4 chase. What do you think about the competition you see in Area 4 versus the rest of the state? I mean, obviously, it's been a pretty tight race this year. It seems like Area 4, once again, is producing a lot of top teams.
Yeah, I feel like out of all the teams we played this year, Area 4 definitely has the top teams with Willamette, the Challengers, and GP. Some of the teams we played in tournaments and non-league haven't been as strong as this. So, again, our area is crazy.
It really is. Well, Cade, as you get ready to wrap up the summer here, I know it's a couple of weeks left to go, and hopefully it continues on into the postseason, but anything you're kind of looking forward to most as the season continues to wear on? I'm
looking forward to more than 2 and out at state.
Yeah.
I really would love to play on farther. I've never gone farther than that with the Lions and everything, so I'd love to go past state.
Yeah, man, that would be exciting. I would love that too. Well, we'll hopefully keep our fingers crossed that is what's coming up for the Roseburg Dr. Stewart. It's Cade Meisner from Sutherland High School. Thanks so much for the time, man.
Thank you.
All right, and we'll get ready for Game 2 coming up here in just a few moments on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score and on 541radio.com.
Season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
At Brooke Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brooke Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brooke Communications.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Back here at Bill Gray Stadium at Legion Field, where the Roseburg Doc Stewarts are looking to try and get a split at home against the Willamette Valley Titans after the Docs fall in Game 1 of tonight's doubleheader, 4-1 the final score there. The big inning, the first inning for Willamette Valley, they score 3 runs and are able to take the victory and hold on to it behind Walker Wanham. Getting ready to exchange the starting lineups at home plate. We'll get that to you here in a second. Doc Stewart's falling to 6-7 in league play. Eugene is leading Grants Pass 8-3 at the end of 6 innings. So we'll wait and see, but the Docs might just be falling. Everybody might be falling a little bit further behind the top 2 spots in the Area 4 standings after tonight's contest. Let's go ahead and take one last 1-minute break. We'll take a 1-minute break as we finish getting set up, and we'll come back, get you your Cooper's Pest Control starting lineups. This is the Supercuts pregame show in the Steelhead Run Plaza across from Starbucks on Garden Valley Boulevard. Save time and check out styles online at supercuts.com. Back after this on 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother, and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
And in left field, Drake Bourgeois. King Johnson, your shortstop. Cody Johnson is third base.
Peyton Hope will be on the mound for Game 2 as the Doc Stewarts take on the Willamette Valley Titans. It's time now for our Cooper's Pest Control starting lineup for Game 2 for the Titans. Leading things off will be Bryce Betcher starting at shortstop for him. He will start in the same position he was in Game 1. Batting second and DHing will be Zach Hart. He will hit for starting pitcher Wyatt Sales, who will toe the rubber in Game 2 for the Titans. Batting third and playing at first base, Walker Wanham. In the cleanup spot will be Isaiah Burke back behind the plate for Game 2. And in right field will be Aiden Bray batting in the 5 spot. Hitting 6 in center field, Tristan Vidal. At third base, taking over for Cade Christ, who goes down with the injury, it'll be Brooks Robertson. In the 8 spot, playing in left field, is Joseph, and that is Andrew Joseph out there in left field. At second base will be Kyle Davis. And rounding out the starting 9, that is rounding out the starting 9, Kyle Davis, your 9 hitter. They will take on Peyton Hope. The right-hander on the mound for the Roseburg Doc Stewarts for Game 2, trying to get him a split here at home. And he'll face Bryce Betcher. First pitch, swing and a miss for strike 1, and we are underway. Game 2 of tonight's doubleheader. Peyton Hope, 27 innings worked, making his 5th start, his 9th appearance. He's 2-1 on the season with 1 save. He's got 11 strikeouts, 9 walks in those 27 innings, and currently has a 6.22 ERA. His 0-1 pitch to Betcher. It's a swing and a miss for strike 2. Bryce Betcher quickly falling behind, although we saw him battle in his first at-bat against Jay Stoffel in Game 1, and he muscled one into left field for a base hit. Can Peyton finish off the leadoff batter for Willamette Valley here in Game 2? Swinging a foul tip. That one into the body of Spencer 6. He wears that one but cannot catch it. Stays an 0-2 count for Peyton Hope. Out of the windup for Peyton. Just missing low and inside for ball 1. Doc's trying to avoid giving up a big inning to start Game 2 like they did in Game 1. Breaking ball outside in the dirt. Gets to a 2-2 count now for Betcher after falling behind 0-2. Peyton has not been able to get him to swing at anything outside the strike zone. Lights starting to come on here at Legion Field. Ground ball sharply hit foul down the third base side. We'll do it again on the 2-2 pitch for Peyton Hope. Betcher taking a moment outside the box before he digs back in. Spencer will drop down into his crouch, setting up on the outside edge. The 2-2 bounces in again, and it's a full count. So the leadoff hitter to start out a game doing exactly what you'd like to see him do. See a lot of pitches and make the pitcher work for the first out of the ball game. 3-2 pitch from Peyton. Bounces in, and he'll walk the leadoff man. Betcher gets on base after falling behind 0-2. He works his way into a leadoff walk.
Next batter, the designated hitter.
One on.
Zach Hart.
And Zach Hart, the designated hitter, the lefty, will dig in. First pitch to Hart, he pulls foul. First base side. One on, nobody out. Top of the first of Game 2. Scoring a bunt, now fouled away. And an 0-2 count quickly for Zach Hart. Peyton trying to get out number 1 as he throws over to first base. Stone applying the tag, but back in goes Bryce Betcher. The 0-2 delivery here for Hope. Fouled away again. So Zach Hart's been able to make consistent contact so far against Peyton Hope, but he's just not been able to put something in play. Lights taking effect as the sun making its way across the horizon here in Roseburg. We'll be playing into the night here, although we worked through Game 1 at a fairly decent clip. Another 0-2 pitch for Hope. Just outside of the lefty. Count goes to 1-2. Looking around the diamond here in the top of the first inning, Spencer 6 behind the plate. Jonathan Stone at first. Luke Van Norman gets the start at second in Game 2. Caden Johnson at short. And Cody Johnson at third. 1-2 pitch lined into center field, right to Jet Black, who's underneath it for the catch. Back to first base will go Betcher. Hard hit ball, but goes right to center field, and Jet Black there to make it. Also in the outfield with him, Drake Bourgeois in left.
Next batter, the first baseman,
and Doran Gillespie in right. 1 out, 1 on. Walker Wanham will bat. Wanham, the winning pitcher in Game 1, was 1 for 4 at the plate. First pitch called for a strike, and the one thing, well, not the one thing, but so far, great sign early on for Peyton Hope is that he is working ahead of batters. He did let Bryce Betcher go, giving him a walk to lead off the game. But you like to see a pitcher throwing strikes early in an at-bat. A 1-1 count now for Wanham as Hope misses outside to the righty. Walker Wanham will be at first base in the bottom of the first after getting the complete game victory on the mound. 1-1 pitch. He puts that in the air out towards left field on the run. Drake Bourgeois won't get there. He gets it on one hop, sends it back in quickly. Betcher will be held at third as it's a double for Walker Wanham. Finds the alley in left center. 2 on in scoring position for the Titans here in the top of the first inning.
16, Isaiah Burke.
Isaiah Burke will bat. Burke comes up. He's catching here in Game 2 after playing in left field in Game 1. Breaking ball for a strike on the first pitch. Big swing and a miss on the second pitch for an 0-2 count. Still a pretty warm day down here in Roseburg, just around 80 degrees as we get into the 8 o'clock hour. An 0-2 count, a swing and a miss from Burke. A look the runner back at third. The throw goes to first. They get the out there, 2 down. First strikeout of the game for Peyton Hope. 2 away. Spencer sixth. Appropriately holding at the plate to make sure the runner at third does not think about trying to go to the plate. Still staying at third base was Bryce Betcher. First pitch high and inside for Aiden Bray, who is backed up off the plate. That one almost popped out of the glove for Spencer as the location, I think, caught him off guard. 1-0 count. Ground ball left side into left field. 1 run will score. They're going to send a second run. Bourgeois throw to the plate, not in time. 2 runs come in to score on Aiden Bray's single with 2 down in the first. Just got through the left side at the hole and short.
Next batter, the center fielder, number 10, Tristan Vidal.
And Willamette Valley will once again take an early lead on top of the Doc Stewarts. On top, 2-0. Betcher and Wanham both scoring. First pitch swinging, a high chopper to short. The throw to first, low. Got him at first, though. Caden to Stone to retire the side. Unfortunately, it comes one batter too late. Tristan Vidal grounds out on the first pitch he sees. Willamette Valley will take a 2-0 lead on top of the Doc Stewarts as we go to the bottom of the first inning. Doc's looking to come back in Game 2 against the Willamette Valley Titans when we return on 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
Season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyze and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
If you have a program and you're program number 179, congratulations, you've won a Roseburg Cinema Pass. Lucky number program 179. You inside cover of the lower.
Bottom of the first inning. Doc Stewart's Baseball Tonight here on 1490 The Score is brought to you by Pepsi and Bigfoot Beverages of Roseburg. Grab a delicious, refreshing Pepsi today on a warm evening like this. That sounds about the right spot to be there with a refreshing Pepsi in your hand. We got them here in the booth. 2-0 the lead. Willamette Valley taking an early lead once again against the Doc Stewarts. Wyatt Sales will try to hang on to it as he faces Caden Johnson to lead off the bottom of the first for the Roseburg Dr. Stewarts. He misses high and inside for ball one. We'll run through your Cooper's Pest Control starting lineups here in just a second. The 1-0 count to Johnson. He got underneath that ball high in the air down the left field side. This one into foul territory. The shortstop, Bryce Betcher, is going to make the catch for the out in foul territory. He tumbled into the red rock, but he will make the catch. Let's look at your Cooper's Pest Control starting lineup for the Roseburg Dr. Stewarts. Leading things off was Caden Johnson. It'll be Spencer Six batting second. Hitting third in right field is Doran Gillespie. Batting cleanup, the first baseman, Jonathan Stone. In center field is Jet Black hitting fifth. The DH will be Jay Stoffel hitting sixth for starting pitcher Peyton Hope. Batting seventh is the third baseman, Cody Johnson. Hitting eighth in left field is Drake Bourgeois, and rounding out the starting nine will be Luke Van Norman starting at second base. A ball towards second base here for Spencer Six on a 1-0 pitch, and he'll ground out for out number two. So far, the Doc Stewarts have not been able to get anything hit all that hard against Wyatt Sales on the mound.
Next batter, the right fielder, number 11, Doran Gillespie.
Two down. Kyle Davis recording the out there at second base for the Titans. Two away, and Doran Gillespie will bat for the Doc Stewarts with nobody on and two down. Wyatt Sales, first pitch. Gillespie pops it high in the air to right field. Long run out there for Aiden Bray, but he'll charge in and makes the catch to retire the side. Doc Stewarts go down in order, 1-2-3 against Wyatt Sales in the bottom of the first inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We will head to the top of the second inning. Doc Stewarts trailing 2-0 against the Titans on 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Leading off the top of the second inning, it'll be the third baseman, number 9, Brooks Robinson.
Brooks Robertson will lead things off against Peyton Hope as we start the second inning. Left-handed hitting Robinson fouls off the first pitch he sees for strike one. The 7, 8, 9 hitters coming up for Willamette Valley here in the second. A ball in the air. Back behind short into the left field grass. Caden Johnson will make the catch as he calls off Drake Bourgeois for the out. One down for Peyton Hope into his second inning of work. Hope giving up 2 hits and 2 runs in the first inning. He also walked one. Gets the first out here, and now it's Andrew Joseph to bat with 1 away and nobody on base. Peyton Hope's first pitch swung on and missed with the breaking ball. The 0-1 delivery swung on and missed again, and Andrew Joseph finds himself in an early hole, not able to catch up to Peyton Hope here. The 0-2 pitch outside. Looks like we may have gotten a final score from the Grants Pass and Eugene game. We'll check in with Josh Nelson and get a Garrettson Building Supply scoreboard update. Fought off a ground ball towards short. Caden Johnson retires Andrew Joseph with a routine ground ball to shortstop. Let's go ahead and check in with Josh Nelson, a final score from Grants Pass, where the Eugene Challengers were visiting the Nuggets. Josh?
Hey, thanks, Joey. So Eugene is playing at Grants Pass right now. They just finished game 1. They won 9-4. They're getting ready for game 2. Back to you, Joey.
All right, your Garrettson Building Supply scoreboard update there. We'll update the standings in a second. First pitch inside to the 9-hitter Kyle Davis, with 2 outs and nobody on here in the bottom of the second inning. A 1-0 pitch is fouled away. 1-1 count for Davis. Peyton Hope will try to get it a 1-2-3 inning here as 1-1 pitch, low and outside, goes to a 2-1 count against the 9-hitter. The 2-1 pitch, right down the pipe. Doesn't get much more perfect than that for Davis, and he lets it go right by. Hard hit ball towards short, picked up there by Johnson at his shoe tops, and he will fire over to first for the out. So Peyton Hope is able to respond, getting a 1-2-3 inning in the top of the second. Docs down 2-0, not an insurmountable lead. They try to get some offense going when we come back for the bottom of the second on 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
First batter for the Doc Stewarts in the bottom of the second inning, number 15, Jonathan Stone.
Bottom of the second inning, Docs will have the 4, 5, 6 hitters up against Wyatt Sales. Today's game brought to you by Chuck Swarman Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go where life takes you? First pitch swinging for Jonathan Stone from Wyatt Sales. That's to the warning track, and that's as far as it'll go. Stone flying out to left field for the first out. Got a lot of it, just not enough of it. 1 away. Jet Black will bat. Wyatt Sales so far, 6 pitches in this ball game. He has made his way through 4 hitters. Jet Black, the center fielder, will try to get the first base runner for the Doc Stewarts here in the bottom of the second, trailing 2-0 against Willamette Valley. He hits a soft liner towards center field, and it'll drop in. So Jet Black will get his way on base with a line drive to center. 1 on as Jet continues to hit pretty well for the Doc Stewarts. 1 on, Jay Stoffel will get a chance to hit for the first time tonight. Stoffel pitched in game 1, did not hit for himself. So he will DH here in game 2, hitting for starting pitcher Peyton Hope. Stoffel taking the loss in game 1 to drop to 2-2 on the night, or on the year. First pitch to him here in game 2, taken for strike 1. So with the win for Eugene in game 1 of that doubleheader down in Grants Pass, the Challengers stay 1 game behind Willamette Valley, but everybody else has fallen back. Docs are in third, 5 games back of Willamette Valley for the lead in the Area 4 standings. Pitch inside for a 1-1 count now to Jay Stoffel. So Roseburg's 5 games back. Medford 5.5 is their idle tonight. Grants Pass is now 7 games back of Willamette Valley, and Klamath Falls idle tonight 8.5 games back. As a strike on the outside corner, a 1-2 count against Jay Stoffel. So the Doc Stewarts amongst a group that is going to be battling it out for playoff positioning. Now, we did find out pretty much all but one team from Area 4 will get into a postseason spot of some sort. So 1-2 pitch. Stoffel goes down low, launches that one in the air to right field. Tracking it will be Aiden Bray for out number 2. Cody Johnson will hit with 2 down and 1 man on base. That's Jet Black at first.
Third baseman number 2, Cody Johnson.
The Klamath Falls Falcons get in as the host team of the state tournament. Then you'll have the champion getting in. And then the 2, 3, and 4 teams in the standings all get in as well into the postseason. As a pitch high and above the head of Cody Johnson, ducking out of the way. Takes for ball 1. Found out that so the second place team in the standings would get a home super regional. Third place team gets a home super regional, and the fourth place team would be on the road for a super regional, is how we believe the postseason would go for Area 4. And those super regionals are a best 2 out of 3 series between 2 teams. 2-0 count right now for Cody Johnson. Off the hands, that one fouled back into the net for strike 1. Did have a winner in the home run derby. It was Pete Alonso from the New York Mets. Able to top Vlad Jr. Vlad has a record-setting home run derby, but he just couldn't hold off Alonso in the final matchup. Strike 2 taken. Low outside corner for Cody Johnson here. And Cody will have a 2-2 count. Johnson had a base hit in game 1 of the doubleheader. 2-2 with 2 outs. Got underneath that pitch into the air to left field. Near the chalk line. There to make the catch will be Andrew Joseph. The Docs will go down, get 1 base hit here in the second, but cannot capitalize. No runs, 1 hit, no Willamette Valley errors. 1 man left on base for the Doc Stewarts. They trail 2-0 as we head to the top of the 3rd inning on 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Start off the top of the 3rd inning. Bryce Betcher at the plate against Peyton Hope. He fouls one deep down the left field side and out of play for strike 1. Top of the order, 1, 2, 3 hitters coming up for the Titans. They lead 2-0 on top of the Doc Stewarts. Tonight's game brought to you by Bimart. Score big at Bimart, where you can get ready for your season for less. 2 runs on 2 hits. No errors for the Titans. No runs on 1 hit and no errors for the Docs. Pitch bounces in for Hope, gives him a 1-1 count. Doc's trying to salvage a split and go 2-2 against the Willamette Valley Titans this season. To me, that feels like it'd be an accomplishment. Only one other team has beaten Willamette Valley in league play, and that was Klamath Falls, who pulled off a shocking result down at Kiger Stadium earlier in the year. Docs are trying to be the first team in Area 4 League play to beat Willamette Valley twice, so they're going to need to get some offense going as the ball ripped into left field for Bryce Betcher. Will lead things off in the third with his first hit of game 2. One on, nobody out, and Zach Hart will bat for Willamette Valley. Hart flew out to center field his first time up. A left-hander facing the right-hander, Peyton Hope. Inside in the dirt, knocked down by Spencer 6. That'll hold Bryce Betcher at first. Betcher was thrown out stealing against Spencer 6 in game 1, so he might have been a little bit hesitant to try and take off on that pitch in the dirt with Spencer back behind the plate. The 1-0, he is running here. They put a swing on, and it's a foul off at the plate by Hart. The hit and run on, but having to go back to first will be Bryce Betcher after the foul ball at the plate there for Hart. Hart didn't have foul ball, got trapped just right underneath him there in the box. 1 ball, 1 strike for Hart. We'll keep an eye on Betcher down at first, see if he's trying to go again. A 1-1 count for Peyton Hope. Delivers to the plate, not running. That ball hit towards second. It's picked up by Van Norman. His only play to be made is to first. That ball took a while to get to him. By the time it did, he did not have much of a chance to try and get Bryce Betcher at second. So Van Norman takes the easy play, goes to first for the out, 1 away with a man at second base, and Walker Wanham will hit for the Titans. First pitch to Wanham. Fouls it back for strike 1. Willamette Valley playing without Cade Christ here in game 2. And I'm going to guess, I think that's him still sitting down there in the dugout. And so he has not gone to the hospital or anything like that for x-rays, which I guess could be a good sign. As Wanham will lift one out towards the alley in right center. It's caught by Jet Black, tagging and heading for third. Will go Betcher. No throw to the bag. Betcher will tag in advance. 2 down now for the Docs against the Titans here in the top of the third. Jet Black tracking that ball to the alley for the out. Docs 1 out away, getting through this top of the third inning without giving up a run, but a man 90 feet from home putting some pressure on. Isaiah Burke will bat. He struck out swinging in the first. First pitch swinging here. He fouls off. Burke, a strikeout in his first at-bat. In game 1, he struck out once. He was 1 for 3 with a single, a walk, and a strikeout. Takes in the dirt. A 1-1 count from Peyton Hope. Two nothing the score. We are in the top of the third inning. Foul ball again for Burke, and he's got a 1-2 count. 2 straight games, Willamette Valley, the first inning has been the crux. They scored 2 in the first here, but they scored 3 in the first of game 1. That got them enough for the victory. A 1-2 pitch now is outside. Spencer collecting that ball before it had a chance to get by him. Two balls, 2 strikes for Peyton Hope. Into his windup. That ball in the air out to left field on the run. Drake Bourgeois, that ball over his head. That ball over the wall. Isaiah Burke will hit a 2-run homer here in the third, and now suddenly Willamette Valley is on top 4-0. Burke greeted to a few claps from the visiting fans as he comes home, greeted by his teammates. That ball got up into the night air and carried out of here. 4-0, Willamette Valley in front. Docs were 1 strike away from getting through the third inning without giving up a run. And a big hit there. Now a ground ball to third base. Cody Johnson will retire the final out. One batter too late for a second time in this one. Aiden Bray grounds out to third to finish off the top of the third inning. But Willamette Valley adds 2 more runs on 2 hits. There were no Doc Stewart errors. Nobody left on base for the Titans. We head to the bottom of the third. Docs trailing 4-0 on 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
Season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyze and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
First batter for the Doc Stewarts at the bottom of the third. It'll be number 3, Drake Bourgeois.
Drake Bourgeois will lead things off for the Doc Stewarts in the bottom of the third. 8-9-1 hitters due up against Wyatt Sales on the mound. First pitch, Bourgeois jam shot into shallow center field. Could be trouble. This one will hang up long enough, though, for Tristan Vidal to make the catch for out number 1. Doc Stewart so far just not really been able to hit all that much very hard against Wyatt Sales. And so far, out of every out made, only one of them has been on the ground. One down, Luke Van Norman, the 9-hitter, will bat. He takes for a strike. Fly ball to short, ground ball to second, fly ball to right, fly ball to left, fly ball to right, fly ball to left, fly ball to center. Those are the outs for the Docs so far in this game. Is a swing and a miss for strike 2 to Van Norman. So we're here in the third with 1 out. That means we've had 7 outs so far, 6 of them in the air, 1 on the ground, no strikeouts. Outside for Van Norman, a 1-2 count. So that is obviously not the trend that the Docs would like to see here in this ball game. Wyatt Sales headed to Chemeketa Community College from Cottage Grove High School. He'll give up a single over the top of the second baseman, and Luke Van Norman will have a base hit. That young man continues to impress here during the summer with the Doc Stewarts. Single to right field for Van Norman. He pulls it out to Aiden Bray. And back to the top of the lineup for the Doc Stewarts with 1 on and 2 down. It should be 1 on and 1 down. Caden Johnson will bat. Flew out to the shortstop. His first time up. A pickoff throw by Sales to first, not in time. Johnson flew out to the shortstop in foul territory in his first at-bat. Takes for strike 1. 2 runs in the first, 2 runs in the third for Willamette Valley so far. The 0-1 pitch is in for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes against Caden Johnson. The 0-2 from Sales, pulled towards third, playing back. Robinson plays it off his chest, collects it in. He will not make a throw. That is going to be an infield single for Caden Johnson. So Johnson will get a base hit there. Robertson didn't boot it. Just didn't play it fast enough as he
next batter, Spencer 6.
Ended up playing it off his chest as he collected it in, but that'll be a base hit. Up to second base goes Luke Van Norman. Docs need to get some sort of offense going. Only one run in game one of the doubleheader. And right now getting shut out here in game two. Strike called against Spencer 6, the lefty catcher. 0-1 count against him. First base is Caden Johnson. High for a 1-1 count. One ball, one strike for Wyatt Sales. Docs with their best scoring opportunity so far in this one. High for a 2-1 count. And all it takes is one inning to really get away from a pitcher, and Docs could put up a crooked number, and that is desperately what they need, is to start to see some offensive flow going at the plate. The 2-1 pitch, Spencer takes low, and he's ahead in the at-bat. 3 balls, 1 strike. For Spencer in game one, he drew a walk his first at-bat. That puts him at 23 on the season. He's looking for number 24. The 3-1 will do it. Takes it outside, and the bases are loaded. Luke Van Norman goes up to third. Caden Johnson to second. Spencer 6 down to first. And the guy that could change it all with one swing is at the plate. That's Doran Gillespie. Now, obviously, he's not going up there looking to try and hit a grand slam. But we've seen one ball fly out of here tonight. The wind not blowing all that much. When the wind is blowing, it can be tough to hit it out to left field. Right now, it is pretty stagnant out there. It's a warm night. The ball might carry a bit more. Gillespie, if he can get around on one, might be able to do it with one swing of the bat. But a base hit would be just fine in this situation. First pitch, there's a base hit. That'll get into left field. 1 run will come in to score. They're going to send Caden Johnson to the plate. The throw gets cut off. Johnson will score. It's a 2-run single for Doran Gillespie. Gillespie on at first, drives in Luke Van Norman, who led off the inning. Well, got the inning started for the Doc Stewarts with a 1-out single. Caden Johnson comes around to score. And Spencer 6 up to second. So runners at first and second. 2 runs in, 1 out here in the bottom of the third, and the Docs get some momentum back. First pitch swinging for Jonathan Stone is fouled away. Jonathan Stone flew out to left field his first time up. Gillespie came into tonight trailing Jonathan Stone in RBI totals. And with the 2 there, he'll retake the lead at 27 on the season. Jonathan Stone, Doran Gillespie, and Jet Black, the only batters with over 20 RBI this summer for the Doc Stewarts. Gillespie at first, 6 at second. Breaking ball tails outside. 2 balls and 1 strike now against Jonathan Stone. Jet Black waiting on deck, 1 for 1 with his single in the second. Doc's back into this ball game here in the bottom of the third with 2 runs, looking to add some more. The 2-1 inside and high to Jonathan Stone. And it's a 3-1 count. This third inning has been a bit tougher on Wyatt Sales than the first 2. A 3-1 pitch, line towards left field, charging in, will not get there in time. That takes a high hop. The throw will come in, gets away, but it'll be picked up by the third baseman, Robertson, to avoid letting any runners advance any further. Spencer 6 goes to third. That one was a ball that he had to hold up on. Tough to read there. Wasn't sure if Andrew Joseph would make the play in left field. So Spencer was having to hold. He made the late break to third. But Joseph's throw was going to the cutoff man, so Spencer in easily. Gillespie easily to second. Jonathan Stone on with his first hit of the ballgame, and the Doc Stewarts starting to hit line drives rather than pop flies. Bases loaded again with just one out. Jet Black will hit. He takes the first pitch for strike one. Jets 0-1 delivery from Sales. Ground ball towards short, picked up by Betcher. They go to second for one. The relay to first, got him. And Jet not happy. He thought he might have had a chance to beat that one. Almost did, but not quite. A 6-4-3 double play. And the Doc Stewarts, unfortunately, will leave the bases loaded, but they do get 2 runs back, sending 7 hitters to the plate. Doc Stewart's trailing against the Willamette Valley Titans. 4-2 our score as we go to the top of the 4th inning on 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score. Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage. Top of the 4th inning, 4-2 ball game. Tristan Vidal will bat, dribbles one towards short, trying to make the do-or-die play. Caden Johnson, that ball gets by him, and into second will go Vidal on the error. Caden Johnson trying to make that play on the run, but that ball skips right by him, and that'll be an error there for the Doc Stewarts, allowing an extra base for Tristan Vidal.
Batter number 9, Brooks Robertson.
Ground ball towards short this time. Johnson will get it. Back to the bag will go Vidal at second, and so they'll get the out. And up next, that was Brooks Robertson grounding out to short there for the first out. Andrew Joseph will bat. You know, it could almost, well, no, I don't think that actually would work out that way. So I was going to say almost a single and a hit, or an error on that play for Tristan Vidal to lead off the inning. But I don't think that's quite how it's going to have to work out. So we'll put it down as an error against Caden Johnson. Up to bat, Andrew Joseph taking the first pitch high and inside for ball one. Squares to bunt and fouled off. Back to the plate will go Joseph. Seemed as if there might have been a little bit of confusion on that play, on some maybe one side trying to say that the call that was made was not the right call. Hope's 1-1 pitch is outside. 2 balls and a strike now against Andrew Joseph. The 2-ball, 1-strike pitch is in for a strike. And now they deliver ice cream. Fat and sassy, that's the way they want to keep us. Thank you, Mike. We appreciate it. From down at the Lions Den here. Quad Dairy Ice Cream. They're a proud sponsor of Doc Stewart's baseball. It must be expiring. That's why they're sending it up here to us. We got to get rid of this ice cream. Get it out of here quick. Send it up to Joey and Josh in the booth. Those guys will eat anything. Foul ball makes it a 2-2 count here for Andrew Joseph. Peyton Hope with 1 out trying to get the second here on a 2-2 pitch to the 8-hitter Joseph. Hope taking his time. His 2-2 pitch in the dirt, gets away from 6. He throws to third, not in time. And Spencer won't be happy. He had the batter in his way trying to get to the baseball. And they will not get a call on batter's interference on that, just the way it happened to go. Andrew Joseph will have a 3-2 count. The 3-2 pitch beans him. So runners on the corners as the Docs score 2 in the bottom of the third, and they are looking to try and give them right back. Runners at first and third.
Next batter, number 7, Kyle
here
Davis.
in the 4th inning. Just 1 out. Kyle Davis will come up to bat, and the Docs will look to try and find a double play option here if they can get it. Peyton Hope looks to first before coming set. Joseph at first, Vidal at third. First pitch swinging, it's fouled off by Kyle Davis. Davis 0 for 1 in the game, grounded out to short in the second. Docs would love a ball like that right now. Try and turn 2 and get out of this 4th inning without giving up anything. Just after they get back into this game, now trailing 4-2. 0-1 pitch here for Hope to the 9-hitter. That ball's popped up in the outfield. This could drive in a run. Gillespie underneath it, makes the catch. The throw comes in. It'll go to second as they get the run in. Sacrifice fly for Kyle Davis. 2 away for the Titans. Top of the order coming up. They lead 5-2.
Next batter, number 15, Bryce Betcher.
Bryce Betcher, the leadoff man, will come up to bat. He's 1 for 1, scored twice. A walk in the first inning, getting him on base and scoring the first run of the ball game. First pitch, line drive shot, gets into left field. That'll keep things moving here in the 4th inning. Second single of the game for Betcher, who is swinging well in the nightcap of tonight's doubleheader. Andrew Joseph moves up to second base after getting hit by a pitch to get on a 3-2 count. Betcher on at first, and the heart of the lineup coming up here as it's Zach Hart who will come up to hit. See what I did there? Hart is 0 for 2, but the pitch gets by Hope, and both runners will advance on the wild pitch. Andrew Joseph moving to third, and Betcher up to second. A 1-0 count for Hart, who is flown out and grounded out. Takes low and outside for a 2-0 count. High waspy cloud starting to roll in here into the Umpqua Basin. Let's just be thankful right now we are not socked in with smoke, that is for sure. A 2-0 pitch, line to center field. Jet Black will not get there in time, and that ball gets by him. That'll be a base hit and an error. And 2 runs come in to score. Heading for third will go Zach Hart, and he'll get in standing up. So the single drives in Andrew Joseph. And then the error allows Bryce Betcher to score and allows Zach Hart to take 2 bases. And a visit out to the mound for the Doc Stewarts. Bo Kearns will head on out there to have a conversation with Spencer Six and Peyton Hope.
We'll let you know that the Umpqua Lions Den will close at the top of the 5th inning. Right now,
so Doc's not doing themselves any favors here tonight. A couple of errors in Game 2. They had 4 in Game 1.
Starting the top of the 5th inning.
Now in Game 1, the errors didn't necessarily cause the Docs to lose it. That could probably be the case here in Game 2 if Docs don't get much offense going. But They've not done themselves any favors, now down 7-2 against Willamette Valley. They just put the pressure on constantly, and you have to play pretty much perfect baseball. As the ball fouled off for strike one to Walker Wanham. Peyton Hope out there. There is some action in the bullpen for the Docs. Garrett Zymet out there throwing. 1-1 count now for Wanham. Doc's hopes of splitting the series against Willamette Valley are starting to dwindle. They're going to need They're going to need a comeback here, and they have not been able to mount much of a comeback in both of their losses so far against the Titans. And so far here in Game 2, have not seen a ton of offensive firepower. A ground ball sharply hit to third, gets into left field. One hop on the infield, going past Cody Johnson into left. And the Doc Stewarts find themselves now down 8-2. Wanham will get his second hit of the game. Had a double in the first. Now gets a single here, drives in another run. Scoring was Zach Hart on that play. Eighth hitter to the plate for the Titans. It'll be Isaiah Burke, who had a two-run homer back in the third. He hits here in the fourth with 2 down and 1 on. Breaking ball taken low for ball 1. Hope checks first. Burke at the plate waits. The offering is outside. Count goes to 2-0. Well, it seems as if every time the Docs build some momentum, they give it right back, and Willamette Valley takes advantage. 3-0 count now for Burke. 2 down. 9th hitter waiting on deck. That's Aiden Bray. He would be the last man to hit here in the 4th inning for the Titans. And he'll get a chance. A 4-pitch walk issued to Isaiah Burke from Peyton Hope. Runners at first and second with 2 down. Got a feeling the Docs are hoping to see that Peyton can get through this 4th inning. Needs just one more out, but I got to imagine if he doesn't get it here, his night might come to an end. Peyton's first pitch is low to Aiden Bray for ball 1. Bray is 1 for 2 tonight, had an RBI single in the first. He drove in 2 with that hit, putting Willamette Valley on top. A 2-out single there in the first inning that drove in the 2 runs. He's got 2 runners on base right now, looking to drive in. 1 at first, 1 at second. He takes a called strike. Still warming up is Garrett Zymet. 1-1 count. Ground ball to third. It goes to Cody Johnson, who will tag the bag, and that'll retire the side. But the Doc Stewarts, they give up 4 runs here in the 4th inning. And the Doc Stewarts find themselves down 8-2 as we head to the bottom of the 4th. This is Doc Stewart's Baseball on 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
First batter for the Doc Stewarts in the bottom of the fourth inning, number 9, Jay Stoffel.
Doc Stewart's down 8-2 as we start the bottom of the fourth inning. Tonight's game brought to you by our friends at Flyway Travel. Book your travel plans with their travel experts. Ask Jane about her Viking River cruise from Budapest to Amsterdam coming up next April. First pitch, strike one to Jay Stoffel, who will bat against Wyatt Sales. Sales now with plenty of room to work. He gave up 2 runs in the third inning, and things felt a little tight for him with the score at 4-2. And then Willamette Valley comes back and scores 4 runs in the top of the fourth to now pull ahead 8-2 against the Doc Stewarts. Sales 1-1 to Stoffel is inside for a 2-1 count. If the Titans can do it in 1 inning, Docs can too. So that's just kind of what I keep thinking. As a ground ball will get through on the left side for Jay Stoffel. Just kind of takes a little bit of a run here, and the Docs have been able to do it the last couple of innings against Willamette Valley. They just haven't been able to really burst it open, leaving the bases loaded. Well, not loaded, leaving 2 on base in the third inning, but having the bases loaded with just 1 out, and they were just not able to capitalize. So throw over to first base almost gets Jay Stoffel. Got back in safely. Up to bat is Cody Johnson. Another throw over that direction. And back in safely will go Stoffel again. Cody Johnson 0 for 1 in this ball game. First pitch on the outside corner for a called strike. Well, Doc's needing to get the offense going, but the errors continue to haunt them, 2 of them in this ball game. 0-1 pitch. Johnson pops the ball up. Foul territory, could be playable. The catcher ditches the mask, and making the catch will be Isaiah Burke. 1 away. Stoffel still on at first, and Drake Bourgeois will hit. Bourgeois 0 for 1 with a fly ball out to center field to start out the third inning. Another pickoff throw to first. Stoffel back in without a tag. Wyatt Sales trying to work through the fourth inning without giving up any more runs. His team up 8-2. Misses high and inside to Bourgeois for a 1-0 count. Hearing a car roaring off in the distance reminds me of Graffiti Weekend coming up this week here in the Umpqua Basin. Looking forward to that. Inside for a 2-0 count now against Bourgeois. Our sister station, 104.5 Sam FM, as well as our news station, News Radio 1240 KQEN, will be playing some of the classic hits during Graffiti Weekend for you to rock out to while the classic cars are rolling around. As a pitch low and outside for a 3-0 count. Tune in to get that golden oldie sound on your radio and enjoy the throwback week that is Graffiti Weekend here in Roseburg. So 104.5 Sam FM and News Radio 1240 KQEN coming up later this week. You'll be able to tune in to catch songs from the golden era. A walk issued to Drake Bourgeois. Puts runners at first and seconds for the Doc Stewarts with 1 away. Luke Van Norman will bat. He is 1 for 1 with a single in the third. Scored a run, in fact, the first run for the Doc Stewarts. The lefty Van Norman starting at second base here in Game 2. He was the DH in Game 1. First pitch to him misses outside for a 1-0 count. Graffiti Weekend's always fun. We were talking about the idea of a throwback game here at Legion Field during Graffiti. We'll have to talk to the powers that be and see if we can line that up for next year. Strike across against Van Norman gives him a 1-1 count. Find some way to get some made-up old-timey looking uniforms and send the guys out there. Play with wood bats or something. I don't know. Well, 1-1 outside for a 2-1 count now for Van Norman. I would say they all have to play with the knickers on, but they already do that. Everybody playing with their pants up at the knees with the stirrups showing for the Doc Stewarts this season. 2-1 to Van Norman. He gets underneath the pitch high in the air. This is in shallow center field. 3 players around it, and making the catch was the center fielder. No, that ball was dropped in for a base hit, and now the throw gets overthrown into the Docs dugout, and the Docs will get 1. That ball dropped in between 3 players, short, center, and second. Nobody could get to it. Van Norman is going to get a hit and then an error, but I was wondering, I don't think he gets an RBI for that because I don't think the run would have scored if it had not been for the error. So Van Norman gets on with his second base hit. The error will be on the center fielder, Tristan Vidal, who throws that ball away. Drake Bourgeois ends up at third. Scoring was Jay Stoffel. Docs get some momentum. Something goes their direction. A 1-0 count now for Caden Johnson. He slaps one the right side. That's trouble. It lands in fair territory. 2 runs will come in to score. Johnson heading into second. It's a 2-run double for Caden Johnson. He goes opposite field. That one just tucked inside the foul line. Scoring will be Drake Bourgeois as well as Luke Van Norman. And the Doc Stewarts with 3 runs here in the 4th inning, fighting their way back into it. And the Doc Stewarts with some momentum, just 1 out, a man in scoring position. And they're down by 3. 8-5 is our score. Up to battle is Spencer 6. First pitch outside to him for ball 1. And that gets, it sounds like the Docs dug out a little bit vocal now that some things drop in their direction here in this ball game. The 1-0 is high and away to Spencer, and it's a 2-0 count. They just got to make it through some of these self-inflicted wounds. 3 runs in so far. A man at second base, just 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. And Wyatt Sales will miss low for ball 3. No action in the bullpen for Willamette Valley at the moment. We saw Garrett Zimet throwing for the Doc Stewarts in that last half inning. So it'll be a wait and see if Garrett Zimet comes in or whether or not Peyton Hope stays in this ball game. And a 4-pitch walk issued to Spencer 6. He's got 2 here in game 2 of the matchup. And for Spencer, that puts him at 25 on the season. Visit to the mound coming here for the pitching coach for Willamette Valley. He'll head out to the mound, have a conversation with Wyatt Sales. Waiting to see maybe if anybody would jump up out of the dugout to head out and start warming up. And they may have their relief pitcher out in the field right now, too, if that's what they decide to do. Docs baseball tonight brought to you by Cruz Farms Market, now open for the season. Don't forget the pie. And by Mahalo Heating and Air Conditioning, your best choice for the finest indoor comfort control. Call them today at 672-6707. And since we don't usually get much of a pregame show in for Game 2, we also want to acknowledge our pregame show sponsor, Supercuts, and the Steelhead Run Plaza across from Starbucks on Garden Valley Boulevard. Save time and check out styles online at supercuts.com. First pitch now to Doran Gillespie is a breaking ball that just carries a bit too far outside for a 1-0 count. Doran Gillespie comes in 1 for 2 with a 2-run single back in the 3rd. He's got runners at 1st and 2nd. Fastball in for a called strike. Docs trailing 8-5 right now. They have out-hit Willamette Valley in this one, and they were close to them in Game 1, but it's been errors in just capitalizing on moments in the games for Willamette Valley that the Docs have just not been able to do. A pitch breaking ball misses inside for a 2-1 count. Spencer 6 at first, Caden Johnson at second, third hitter at the plate. As Doran Gillespie, he's the 3-man in the lineup card for Coach Robbins, and he takes low for ball 3. I've actually started to think I know what the coach is doing. Well, I don't know what I am not going to say I am as smart as Coach Robbins by any means. What I'm trying to say is I think I've figured out his lineup card now. Is that ball into the alley in right center? That gets down. Extra bases for Gillespie. He turns to second. Johnson's coming in to score. 6 around third. Gillespie going to third base. He's in, standing up. That ball gets by, but it's backed up by the left fielder. Andrew Josephs possibly saving the game-tying run. 2 runs will score on the triple by Doran Gillespie, and the Docs trail 8-7. Andrew Joseph making a big play on that throw back in. If not for his stop on the overthrow, that ball might have rolled into the Docs dugout. If anything, it rolls by, and Doran Gillespie might have had a chance to try and score the game-tying run. But he's out at third with 1 out. Jonathan Stone coming to the plate. Docs 1 run away from tying this game, and boy, has this been a turnaround for the Doc Stewarts here in the bottom of the 4th. They've scored 5 runs to get back into it. A game-tying run at third, go-ahead run at the plate for the Docs in the bottom of the 4th inning. Jonathan Stone will face Wyatt Sales. First pitch, off the end of the bat, he nubs one. They're going to go to the plate to try and get the runner. And out at home is Doran Gillespie trying to tie the game up. It was a nubber to Bryce Betcher at short. And he ends up going to the plate instead of trying to get Jonathan Stone at first. So that'll be your second out. Two down, and up to bat next will be Jonathan Stone. Jonathan Stone at first with 2 down. Docs within 1, and Jet Black will bat. He last time up grounded into an inning double play with the Docs having the bases loaded. .1-0 pitch coming up here. Inside a 2-0 count. So Jet Black at the plate, trying to keep this inning alive for the Docs. They trail by 1, putting up their first big inning against the Willamette Valley Titans. Pickoff throw to first, Stone back in well ahead. No tag applied by Wanham at first. Got Zach Hart throwing in the bullpen for Willamette Valley. Saw Garrett Zyman throwing for the Docs. He is no longer. 2-0 pitch. Jet gets underneath one high in the air. Foul territory. Will it get out of play? The catcher up against the Docs dugout does not make the play, right in front of the railing for the Doc Stewarts. Jet Black can breathe a sigh of relief that he didn't foul out on that pitch. He's got a 2-1 count. 9th hitter to the plate here for the Docs in the 4th inning. Scoring 5 times against Wyatt Sales. 8-7 the score. The 2-1. Jet gets underneath another one high in the air to left field. Charging in is Andrew Joseph. That could be trouble. He's underneath it. No, it'll be the shortstop, Bryce Betcher, that makes the play. That ball hung up there a mile. Jet continued to get around on pitches, just gets too far underneath it. Doc Stewart's rally, and they get back within 1. It's a whole new ball game here. Doc score 5 times in the bottom of the 4th. It's 8-7 your score. Willamette Valley leading the Doc Stewarts by 1. New man on the mound when we come back as we start the 5th inning on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
Season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Top of the fifth inning, Doc Stewart's trailing 8-7 now against the Willamette Valley Titans. Docs were down 8-2 and score 5 times to get back into this ball game. Garrett Simon will take over on the mound as we get a call to the pen, brought to you by Shelby and Migulena Construction. Misses on his first pitch to Tristan Vidal, who is 0 for 2 in this game. Reached on an error his last time up. Swing and a miss for strike one for Garrett Simon. Shelby and Migulena Construction, your local leaders for any project, big or small. 30 years of quality affordable work. Call Shelby and Migulena or visit their website, webuildhouses.com. A roller towards second. Van Norman has it. His throw to first. Just in time to get the speedy Vidal for out number one. That ball rolling to second base. Took forever to get there. And Vidal very quick down the line. One away. And Brooks Robertson will bat. Final line on Peyton Hope. Pitched 4 innings. Gave up 7 hits, 8 runs, but only 4 of them earned. 2 walks and 1 strikeout for Peyton Hope. And you look at that number, 4 earned runs out of the 8 on the board. This would be a much different game if you take off those unearned runs for the Doc Stewarts. Garrett Simon, a 1-0 pitch now to Brooks Robertson, the lefty, and he takes outside for a 2-0 count. Docs Baseball tonight brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County. 2-0 pitch for Zymet. Robertson fouls it off for his first strike of the at-bat. Brooks Robertson just seems like, that seems like a baseball name. That ball popped up in the air, and that's going to go to shortstop, Caden Johnson, who will take that ball in the outfield grass. 2 down for Garrett Zyman in relief. And up next will be Andrew Joseph. First pitch misses for Zyman, a 1-0 count. Pitch gets by Spencer 6, and Zyman will fall behind. 2 balls, no strikes against Andrew Joseph. Joseph, the 8th hitter, is 0 for 1, was hit by a pitch his last time up when he was facing Peyton Hope. Brief meeting on the mound for Spencer 6. Garrett Zyman misses high and away on the next pitch. A 3-0 count. Zyman trying to get one in for a strike, and he will. The 3-0 across to make it 3-1. Joseph got on with the hit by pitch in the 4th, was one of the 4 runs that scored as he swings and misses for strike 2. We're in the top of the 5th inning. It's an 8-7 ball game. And there's ball 4 issued with 2 outs to the 8th hitter. So Joseph finds his way on base, and that brings up Kyle Davis, who had a sac fly his last time at the plate.
Next batter, number 7, Kyle Davis.
So Peyton Hope's night was done. Again, 4 innings work, gave up 7 hits, 8 runs, but only 4 earned. 2 walks and 1 strikeout for the Doc starter. Zyman on in relief, trying to keep it a 1-run ball game. He works the first pitch by the hitter. Kyle Davis swinging and missing for strike 1. Nobody throwing in the bullpen, but earlier we saw Zach Hart throwing for
Willamette Valley. 0-1 pitch lifted in the air, foul territory down by the Docks dugout, and Spencer Six can't make the play there, and that's strike 2. Landed right in front of him, but he didn't really have his feet set and was kind of off balance, didn't get a chance to really stick the glove out there to make the play. No balls, 2 strikes with 2 down. It's Jacob Luther out there warming up in the bullpen, and by warming up, he's running laps. He was doing some long toss, so not sure what's going to happen there with Jacob as a ball gets by. A breaking ball got by Spencer, and up to second base is going to go Joseph. Pitch ended up low and outside in the dirt. Zimet 1 strike away from getting through this top of the 5th. Is 1-2 is outside for a 2-2 count. Nightfall is upon us here in the Umpqua Basin. Lights taking full effect here at Legion. The 2-2 bounces all the way to the backstop. And up to third base is going to go Andrew Joseph. He is moving around the bases, and the ball has not even been in play. Never something that coaches are going to be happy about. It's a full count for Andrew Joseph. The 3-2 bounces, goes by. A run's going to come to the plate and score. And that'll put Willamette Valley back up by 2. 9-7 now the score. So another 3 wild pitches moving Andrew Josephs from first to second to third and home. And a walk putting Kyle Davis on at first.
Next batter, number 15, Bryce Betcher.
Bryce Betcher will bat. He is 2 for 2 with a walk in there as well. Hits with a man on at first. And 2 down in the top of the 5th. Once again, Docks get some momentum, and they give it right back. 1-0 on the first pitch, up high. And for the most part tonight, these runs here in Game 2, self-inflicted. Been a tough night for the Docks. They just have not been able to execute the way that we know they can. 2-0 count as Zimet misses outside to Betcher. And now Casey Pettibone is going to head on down to the bullpen. The 2-0 from Zimet misses low, and the count goes to 3-0. Just needs one more out, but he has fallen behind Bryce Betcher. 3 balls, no strikes. Does Bryce Betcher have the green light on a 3-0 pitch? Zimet's fastball is in for a called strike. It looked like Betcher probably taking all the way. Bryce Betcher with a pair of singles in his last 2 at-bats. He has scored 3 times in this ballgame. A 3-1 count. Zimet trying to get the final out. The runner going. The runner at second base just has to stay on the bag. It was ball 4. I don't know why people are upset. That was a walk. The runner was going, but it's a walk, so he gets second base free. It was a walk issued to Betcher. He gets on. That's the third walk in a row for Garrett Zimet. It's resulted in at least 1 run in so far. At the plate now will be Zach Hart, and Hart takes low for ball 1. Zimet trying to find his command. Started out, got the first 2 outs, then he's issued 3 straight walks. That ball belted into the air out towards right field. On the run, Doran Gillespie can't come up with it. Another run comes in. 2 will score. Into second goes Zach Hart with a 2-run double. Willamette Valley does not get flustered with the fact the Docks come back to within 1 run. They come out and have scored 3 now here in the 5th. And it is Suddenly an 11-7 ball game in favor of the Titans. That ball belted well, and Gillespie almost made the play on it. That ball not far out of his reach, but he could not pull it in. First pitch, a called strike now to Walker Wanham. The 0-1 from Zymet is fouled off for strike two. Zymet had started out looking real good. A ground ball out to second. And a pop fly out to shortstop in shallow left field grass. But then walk, and now a double. And a number of wild pitches mixed in there as well. The 0-2 is going to beat him. And Walker Wanham actually was the one that collects the baseball and sends it back to Zymet. Runners at first and second. And out to the mound goes Bo Kearns to try and settle down his pitcher. Zymet has gone from a nice start to being erratic and unable to get the final out here in the fifth. 3 runs have come in as a result. Top of the fifth inning. And Isaiah Burke will bat. Had the 2-run homer in the third. He is 1 for 2 in this game. Walked his last time at the plate. At first base is Walker Wanham. At second base, Zach Hart. Zymet's first pitch, high for ball 1. 1-0 delivery out of the stretch inside with his fastball. 2 balls, no strikes here against the cleanup hitter. Wanham on at first. At second base, Zach Hart. Docs need just 1 more out. Breaking ball, can't get it over. It's a 3-0 count. Zymet coming off of a loss against the Walla Walla Bears in his last start. He'll issue ball 4 straight pitches to Isaiah Burke. He draws his second walk of the game. Bases are loaded, and that's going to do it for Garrett Zymet. Out to the mound is going to go Jeremiah Robbins, and he'll call to the pen. We'll take a 60-second break, come back after this. A call to the pen brought to you by Shelby and Mickey Lane Construction on 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Well, the new man on the mound will be Casey Pettibone for the Roseburg Doc Stewarts. He takes over from Garrett Zymet, who only goes 2/3 of an inning. Right now, Zymet giving up 1 hit, 3 runs. They're all earned, 4 walks, and no strikeouts. But the bases are loaded, and if any of those runs come in, it will be to the credit of Garrett Zymet. Doc's trailing 11-7 right now. This call to the pen brought to you by Shelby and Mickey Lane Construction. Your local leaders for any project, big or small. 30 years of quality, affordable work. Call Shelby and Mickey Lane or visit their website, webuildhouses.com. Some action in the bullpen again for Willamette Valley. And I believe that is Kyle Davis throwing. The righty Pettibone from Umpqua Valley Christian School will take over.
The batter, number 4.
Pettibone making his 5th appearance. He's pitched 5 2/3 innings this season for the Docs. His ERA is a bit bloated at 13.58. Just needs one out, though. He'll face Aiden Bray with the bases loaded. First pitch, strike 1. Not a bad start there. Zymet just could not get that final out. Got the first 2 outs at the first 2 batters, and then things all went awry for him. Pop-up foul and out of play for Bray, and he's down to an 0-2 count as Casey Pettibone tries to get it quickly here. Got the first 2 outs, then walk, double, hit by pitch, walk for Garrett Zymet. The 0-2. Ground ball chopper, first base side foul. And we'll do it again for Aiden Bray. He's the 9th hitter to the plate. Docs have had to use 2 pitchers to get through here in the 5th inning. They got themselves back within a run. It was 8-7 to start the 5th. Now it's 11-7. The 0-2 from Pettibone. Ground ball, second base side. Van Norman goes through his legs. 2 runs will score. A slow roller towards second base. Probably had a little bit of English on it, but that one right through the wickets for Van Norman. And Zach Hart will score. And Walker Wanham will score. And going first to third was Isaiah Burke.
Batter number 10, Tristan Vidal.
Let's go, 10.
Isaiah Burke will bat as the 10th hitter to the plate. For Willamette Valley, they lead now 13-7. Pettibone's first pitch, high and inside. And it's a 1-0 count. The 1-0, Pettibone gets a swing and a miss for strike 1. Pettibone facing Tristan Vidal, who's up for a second time here in the 5th. Five runs back on the board for Willamette Valley, and so they counter the 5 that the Docs put up there in the bottom of the 4th. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss for strike 2. Now, this was a game the Docs could very well be in right now, but they have not played clean baseball tonight here against Willamette Valley. 3 errors in this game, 4 in game 1. 13-7 our score right now in the top of the 5th. Runner going as the ball is fouled off. The runner from first was taking off. There's also a runner in third for Willamette Valley here in the top of the 5th. 2 down. 8 hitters to the plate since the Docs got the first out. Tristan Vidal, in fact, made the first out. He could be the final out, too. Runner going, the pitch in the dirt. 6 will have no chance to try and make a play. Aiden Bray gets into second base. Two balls, 2 strikes. Pettibone, fly ball in the air out towards right field. Long run for Gillespie. Won't be able to get there. 1 run in. A second run will come home. And Willamette Valley adds 2 more. So Tristan Vidal will not be the final out after being the first out. Drops 1 into right field. His first base hit of the ball game. 1 on, 2 runs coming in on that base knock, and things getting out of control a little bit here for the Docs. We'll see if they have another big inning in them, but this is a bit of a deflator here for this ball club. Lefty Brooks Robertson up for a second time in the inning. Takes the pitch for strike 1. 11th hitter to the plate for Willamette Valley. Runner going, the throw to second from 6. Not in time. Van Norman applying the tag. That throw got there quick. It came in on a hop. But the runner gets in. Stolen base for Tristan Vidal. It's an 0-2 count at the plate, though, for the hitter, Brooks Robertson. And he'll swing and miss for the final out. Well, it finally comes to an end for the Doc Stewarts in the top of the 5th as they get out of it finally. Casey Pettibone striking out Brooks Robertson for the final out. Don't strike out when it comes to water for your home. Trust more well drilling, keeping Douglas County green since 1947. Our score 15-7 after the top of the 5th. Doc Stewart's got their work cut out for them as they try to fight their way back against the Willamette Valley Titans here on 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
The Willamette Valley Titans will make a call to the pen. Brought to you by Shelby and Migulani Construction. Wyatt Sales comes out of the game. The DH is lifted, and Zach Hart, who was the DH, comes in to pitch. So Hart takes over on the mound. He's got a nice, comfortable lead to work with. 15-7, your score to start things off here in the bottom of the 5th. At the plate, Jay Stoffel, an 0-1 count after the first pitch for Hart. Hart, a left-handed thrower, gets a foul ball from Jay Stoffel. And it's an 0-2 count. Hart's 0-2 pitch, and time called before he gets there. So Wyatt Sales goes 4 innings worked for Willamette Valley. He'll be in line to get the win. As a swing and a miss out of Jay Stoffel will put him down for out number 1 here in the bottom of the 5th. Wyatt Sales goes 4 innings worked. He gave up 9 hits, 7 runs, all 7 earned. 3 walks and no strikeouts for him. Meanwhile, on the other side for the Doc Stewarts, they've given up only 8 earned runs in this ballgame. So on that token, it really should be an 8-7 ballgame in favor of the Willamette Valley Titans. But the Docs have booted it around tonight, and they have let Willamette take this massive lead at 15-7. Check swing. They check down to first. Cody Johnson does not go around. He's got a 2-0 count. Cody Johnson is 0 for 2 in this ballgame. Hart's 2-0 pitch is taken for a strike on the outside corner. 1 away with nobody on, bottom of the 5th. Docs will have the 6th and 7th also to try and continue to fight their way back. Put up 5 runs in the 4th inning, but they need another big frame to do it if they are hoping to come back here. Foul ball for Cody Johnson gives him a 2-2 count. Going to the bullpen, though, they bring out Wyatt Sales, who the Docs had started to get against. He gave up 9 hits to the Doc Stewarts in those 7 runs. Obviously, their hitters were starting to figure things out, and that's why they make the change. 2-2 here for the lefty, Hart. And Cody Johnson will get it into left field. It takes a high hop off the infield lip. And I almost thought for a second Bryce Betcher might have a chance to get to that one, but he is unable to at short. And that ball gets into left field where Andrew Joseph will send it back in. A 1-out single for Cody Johnson, his first hit of Game 2. Drake Bourgeois, the left fielder, bats with 1 on and 1 out. He is 0 for 1 in the game. First pitch, beans him. So Zach Hart will put a runner on. Every little bit's going to count right now for the Doc Stewarts. They need every bit of help they can get. Trailing 15-7 at the moment. Luke Van Norman will bat. Looking to get some redemption after that ground ball goes through the legs. Takes low and outside for ball 1. At the plate, Van Norman's been successful, though. He is 2 for 2 with a pair of singles. He's scored twice. So if he can get on base, you feel good about things. The trend is if he gets on, he scores. The 1-0 for Van Norman. He takes a breaking ball for a called strike. Doc's trying to get a split here. That would be a split in the series against Willamette Valley, but boy, they are behind the 8 ball on this one, down by 8. A 1-1 pitch. Just carries a bit outside from the lefty to the lefty. Out at first base is Drake Bourgeois. At second base is Cody Johnson. A single and a hit by pitch getting runners on for the Docs. The 2-1 to Van Norman. A breaking ball hits for strike 1, or strike 2, make that. Zach Hart back into the at-bat. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The lefty comes set out of his stretch. His breaking ball tails well away. 3 balls, 2 strikes for Luke Van Norman, the 9-hitter. Top of the lineup waiting on deck. That's Caden Johnson, who's 2 for 3. Hart staring in, taking a lot of time to get the signal he wants, and Van Norman's going to call time. The chess match will continue. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The full count pitch with 1 away. Hart's pitch, high for ball 4. The bases are loaded. Van Norman gets on for a 3rd time. We'll hope the trend continues. He's scored twice in his previous at-bats. Out to the mound is going to go head coach Danny Sales to have a conversation with his pitcher and catcher. Well, we've got a break in the action. Let you know tonight's game brought to you by Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop, and by our friends at Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces.
Next batter, number 5, Caden Johnson.
Here in the bottom of the 5th, Docs trail 15-7. Bases loaded for him, though, with 1 out. The first pitch high, not off by much. Zach Hart missing to Luke Van Norman. A strike across. A 1-1 count. Caden hits a high chopper through the middle of the infielder. Step on second for 1. The throw to first for the double play. Willamette Valley will get out of it on the double play turn by Bryce Betcher. He takes the turn at second himself, getting Luke Van Norman at the bag for the 2nd out and retiring Caden Johnson at first for the 3rd. That'll get the Titans out of the 5th inning. Docs threaten, get the bases loaded, cannot cash in. No runs on a 1 hit. There were no errors, and there were 2 men left on base for the Doc Stewarts. After 5 innings of play, it's 15-7. The Willamette Valley Titans in front of the Doc Stewarts on 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
Season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyze and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
Andrew Joseph will lead things off for the Willamette Valley Titans as we start the 6th inning. He faces Casey Pettibone. A swing and a miss will give him an 0-2 count. Couple of pitches. And Joseph has gone after Bolt and has not been able to catch up to the heavy fastball from Pettibone. Out of his windup, the righty will fire. The 0-2 is up in the air, back behind home. It'll get out of play. We'll do it again with the 0-2 count. Here in the 6th inning, Andrew Joseph batting for a 4th time. He is officially 0 for 1. He's been hit by a pitch and walked. His 0-2 pitch, breaking ball, just misses upstairs. Docs trailing 15-7 against the Willamette Valley Titans. Fastball low and outside, goes to a 2-2 count. A loss here would, I don't know if it would officially eliminate the Doc Stewarts from contention in the Area 4 championship race, but it definitely does not do them any favors. Ball slapped in the air to right field. Thorne Gillespie's able to get there in time for the first out. One down for Casey Pettibone. With one out, up next will be the 9-hitter Kyle Davis, who's been on base once. 0 for 1 in the game with a sac fly and a walk. A loss here would put the Docs a full 6 games behind Willamette Valley with 6 games left to go. So they would need Willamette Valley to basically lose the rest of their games to be in contention for the Area 4 title. A 1-0 pitch is fouled off. 1-1 count for Kyle Davis. Yeah, Docs would need Willamette Valley to lose their final 8 to finish tied, and then Willamette Valley would have the head-to-head tiebreaker. So Docs need to come back to win this one to keep any hope of winning the Area 4 title alive, but I think more importantly, Docs need to start getting some things figured out if they want to make a push towards the postseason. So 1-2 pitch is low for a 2-2 count. Talent's there. It's just been the consistency of the fight out there on the field for these guys has been the message from Coach Jeremiah Robbins throughout the season. 2-2 is low and outside for Pettibone. Gives him a full count now as he works against the 9-hitter Kyle Davis. Davis drawing a walk in a battle that he had against Garrett Zymet in the 5th inning. His 3-2 pitch. Gets underneath the ball high in the air to left field. Into the outfield grass is shortstop Caden Johnson, who will make the catch. 2 down. So 2 down, and top of the lineup coming up for the Titans. Bryce Betcher up for a 5th time in this one. He is 2 for 2 with 2 walks, 2 singles, and 4 runs scored. It's a good night for a young man. 1,000 on base percentage. Scored 4 times every time he's been on base. 2 for 2, 1,000 batting average in this one. Everything going his way at the plate right now for Bryce Betcher. He's 0 for 1 though as he takes the first pitch for strike 1, facing Casey Pettibone for the first time. Pettibone out of his windup. The 0-1 is low and outside for a 1-1 count. Should probably put the final line to bed for Garrett Zymet. It's the 1-1 pitch from Pettibone, high and inside. For Garrett, he pitched 2/3 of an inning, gave up 1 hit, 6 runs, 5 earned, 4 walks, and no strikeouts. The 4 walks, a hit batter in there, just did himself in. And the 1 hit was a double. 2-1 from Pettibone. That ball fouled up in the air, but will get into the net high up on the netting. That foul ball makes it a 2-2 count with 2 down and nobody on base for Bryce Betcher. Docs down to their final 6 outs when they come up to bat in the bottom of the 6th, trailing by 8. 2-2 from Casey. His breaking ball ends up in the dirt for a full count. Docs were down 2-0. They were down 4-0. Came back, made it 4-2. Then they were down 8-2, but they came back and made it 8-7, but give up 7 runs in the top of the 5th and are now down 8. Betcher gets on to 1. That into left field. A diving attempt from Drake Bourgeois is caught, and he'll finish things off for the Doc Stewarts in the 6th. A diving attempt in left field robs away a base hit from Bryce Betcher. Docs will retire the side in order. 1-2-3 for the Titans. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Docs trailing 15-7 on 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event, plus you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Bottom of the 6th inning, Doc Stewart's here on The Score, brought to you by Good Vibration Solutions for home theater and automotive audio. You can feel it at Good Vibes. Spencer 6 will lead things off. Apparently my electronic scorebook got off by a batter. That's not good. Spencer 6 will lead things off for the Doc Stewarts. First pitch gets by for Zach Hart, and Spencer will have a 1-0 count. A 1-0 delivery coming up here for Spencer. From Zach Hart, the reliever on the mound, he misses high for ball 2. And maybe, just maybe, if things get a little wild for the reliever for Willamette Valley, if they've got a big enough lead, they should be able to bring somebody in to try and get a few outs. But if things got a little wild for Willamette Valley, maybe, just maybe, the Docs have a big run in them. 2 balls and a strike for Spencer 6. He'll swing, big cut at a pitch low and inside from the lefty to the lefty. Two balls, 2 strikes. Taking low, 6 will have a full count. The 3-2 from Zach Hart. Spencer fouls it down the first base side. We'll do it again on the full count here for Spencer. High for ball 4, and he'll get himself on. Let's go ahead and pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Doc Stewart's Baseball on 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score. We come back here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Docks currently trailing 15-7 against the Willamette Valley Titans. Coming up to hit is Doran Gillespie with Spencer 6 on at first. After Spencer drew the full count walk. First pitch was in the dirt to Gillespie. He'll take high and away for ball 2. Gillespie is 2 for 3 in the game. With a triple his last time up, he's driven in 4 runs. For Doran Gillespie, that is his 3rd triple of the season. He's already the team leader in that category. Takes high for ball 3. It's going to take a lot, but this is, like I've said many, many times before, this is how the rally starts. You got to get the leadoff guys on. 1 on, nobody out. Gillespie at the plate, waiting on a 3-0 pitch from Zach Hart. The lefty gets across to breaking ball for a strike on the outside corner. Hart trying to stay in this at-bat. A 3-1 count coming up for Gillespie. Looking for a ball he can drive here. Takes a breaking ball for a strike on the low inside corner. Gillespie steps out, grabs some dirt, and will take a practice cut as he rubs the handle of his bat, ready to go for a 3-2 pitch coming up from Zach Hart. The lefty set with Spencer 6 at first. Gillespie went after a pitch way upstairs. That ball fouled back behind home, and it'll drop. The catcher, Isaiah Burke, overran it. That ball tailing back towards the plate.
All right, Burke.
Burke had tossed away the mask, was ready to catch it, and he was in the red rock. Couldn't get his bearing straight on that one as that ball tailed back towards the plate and past his mitt. And for Doran Gillespie, that is a sigh of relief. He'll get a second life in this at-bat. A 3-2 pitch coming up once again for Doran Gillespie. Zach Hart. Ground ball, left side, gets in to left field. Up to second base will go Spencer 6. It's the 3rd hit of the night for Doran Gillespie. First and second for the Dock Stewarts. They're down to their final 6 outs, needing 8 runs to tie, 9 to take a lead.
Next batter, number 15, Jonathan Stone.
Jonathan Stone is 1 for 3 tonight. He has been on base twice, once with a fielder's choice. Stone will try to get a base hit here, and he'll take the first pitch high for ball 1. Nighttime game here at Legion. Get used to that. We're going to be playing plenty of games here at home over the final stretch of the season for the Docks. 1-0 pitch goes all the way to the backstop for Hart. Up a couple of bases. Everybody moves. Spencer 6 to third, and up to second goes Gillespie. Wild pitch putting both runners into scoring position, and Jonathan Stone with a 2-0 count. Zach Hart finding himself struggling a little bit with his command. The 2-0 pitch is high for a 3-0 count. Struggling with his command, you wonder how big the leash will be from head coach Danny Sales. Obviously, you've got an 8-run lead to work with. But if you leave him in too long, you might risk the Docks building some momentum. There's a strike on the outside corner for Stone, gives him a 3-1 count. Docks trying to put the pressure on, down by 8. A 3-1 pitch to Stone. High for ball 4, and the bases are loaded. Bases loaded with nobody out here in the 6th for the Dock Stewarts. 6 at third, Gillespie at second, Jonathan Stone at first, and Coach Danny Sales is going to make a trip to the mound. Dock Stewarts Baseball tonight is brought to you by South River Community Health Center, as we will get some changes here. They're going to make a call to the pen and bring in some new defensive help for the Willamette Valley Titans. We'll have all the details. There's guys running every which direction. We'll have the details for you when we come back. This is Doc Stewart's Baseball on 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Well, we think we have the substitutions all figured out as the Willamette Valley Titans will make some moves, sending guys all over the diamond here. Coming in to pitch will be Kyle Davis as he moves to the mound from second base. Davis takes over for Zach Hart, who moves to first base. They move Walker Wanham from first to third. Brooks Robertson will come out of the game. In for him will be Hunter Brown, who takes over in left field. And taking over at second base for Kyle Davis is Andrew Joseph. So left field goes to second. Second goes to the mound. Mound goes to first. First goes to third. Third comes out of the game. Everybody got it there? That's how it goes. Taking over on the mound will be Kyle Davis with the bases loaded and nobody out here in the bottom of the sixth. He's got an 8-run lead to try and hold. His first pitch, a breaking ball for a strike against Jet Black. So Danny Sales wastes no time, does not want to risk. The Docs building some momentum in this ball game with the bases loaded and down by 8. The 0-1 to Jet. Strike called on the outside corner to Jet on another breaking ball from Davis. 0-2 count now for Jet, who is 1 for 3 in this ball game. Bases loaded. He fouls off a pitch to stay alive. Jet will dig back in with the 0-2 count. At third base is Spencer Six, Gillespie at second, Stone at first. And that pitch just outside for a 1-2 count, and that has everybody at the stadium fired up. We'll do it again on the 1-2 count now for Stone, or excuse me, for Jet. The 1-2 from Davis. Bounces in, and the runners all have to hold is behind the plate. Isaiah Burke knocking that ball down. A 2-2 count now. Davis takes his moment before he steps on the mound. A 2-2 pitch for Jet. Breaking ball, got him swinging. First out here in the 6th inning for the Docs. Comes on a swing and a miss for Jet. Kyle Davis on the mound showing a lot of confidence in his breaking pitch. Went to that quite a bit for the at-bat against Jet Black there. One down, Jay Stoffel will bat. 1 for 3 in the game for Jace. Last time at the plate, he struck out against Zach Hart. First pitch from Davis. Strike on the outside corner. Final line at the moment for Zach Hart. He gave up 2 hits over 1 inning. No runs, 4 walks, and 1 strikeout, but the 3 runners on base are his. The 0-1 outside for a 1-1 count. Fastball that just was a bit out off the edge for Jay Stoffel. Look to see Davis likely going back to a breaking ball here. No, he went with a fastball. That one into the air. Bryce Betcher chasing it. The shortstop will make the catch in the outfield grass. 2 down. Up next is Cody Johnson as the reliever Kyle Davis has come in, and he has provided the needed relief for this Willamette Valley Titans team. Bases loaded with nobody out, and he's gotten back-to-back outs. It'll be on Cody Johnson to try and get something out of this for the Docs. First pitch up, a line drive shot snagged up the middle by Bryce Betcher. Diving attempt for the shortstop, gets that one just before it hits the dirt. Robbed of an A, probably a couple of runs coming in for the Docs, taking it away on that catch by Bryce Betcher at short. Diving attempt will end the inning, and the Doc Stewarts will leave them loaded. No runs on one hit. There were no errors for the Titans, and 3 men left on base for the Doc Stewarts. We go to the 7th inning. It's coming down to this for the Doc Stewarts. A sweep on the horizon for the Willamette Valley Titans. Back after this on 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
Season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
The first baseman, Zach Hart, will bat, and he takes strike 1 from Casey Pettibone. Hart, one of the 3 pitchers used for Willamette Valley here in Game 2, but unable to really finish out the game. But the offense for the Willamette Valley Titans have definitely taken advantage of the Doc Stewarts in this one, and they lead 15-7 as we start the 7th inning. 1-1 pitch from Casey Pettibone is high and away for a 2-1 count. Hart in this matchup is 2 for 4. He has got 4 RBI, a single and a double for him. 2-1 is in the dirt, and that, I think, ricocheting off of a couple of folks there back behind the plate. 3 balls and a strike now for Zach Hart. Well, this will be a tough one tonight for the Doc Stewarts to go to bed on their minds, but tomorrow they got to flush it, and they'll go to Eugene for a doubleheader. There's a walk issued to Zach Hart to lead things off in the 7th. Now, not saying that it's out of the realm of possibility for the Doc Stewarts to come back in this game, but it's not likely at 15-7. That old win percentage chart, yeah, it's probably reading fairly heavily in favor of Willamette Valley at this point in time. Pettibone's first pitch now to Walker Wanham, a check swing, foul ball down the first base side and out of play. Eugene is down in Grants Pass at the moment, and we have not gotten an update from Josh Nelson in a while, so we might give him a chance to do that here in this top of the 7th inning. Update us on what's going on in Grants Pass. The 0-1 pitch is called for strike 2 against Wanham. There is rain in the forecast, believe it or not, for Eugene tomorrow, so there's that. You know, that's neither good nor bad. They do have a press box, so that's nice there in Eugene. It is a tight one. A 0-2 pitch from Pettibone is high for a 1-2 count. But the Docs will be looking to try and take a sweep on the road against Eugene and avoid losing a second straight series against an area foe or opponent. Swing and a miss at a pitch low for KC Pettibone, and he's got a cheering section in the stands tonight. He gets a strikeout against Walker Wanham. For Pettibone, that's his second punch out of the night. Don't strike out when it comes to water for your home. Trust more well drilling, keeping Douglas County green since 1947. Give them a call at 541-459-4039. First pitch low for ball one now against Isaiah Burke. The catcher has a 2-run homer. He's walked twice. Yikes. The rain expected when we're supposed to be in Eugene to be playing those games tomorrow. Is a pitch low again, a 2-0 count. Rain, at least on my phone at the moment, saying rain expected to start at 2 o'clock and be about 50% until 8 o'clock at night. Then it'll hover around 30 to 40% throughout much of the night tomorrow. So rain's expected to come in right when we get up to Eugene for a ball game. That'll be fun. 3-0 count now for Pettibone against Isaiah Burke. And it'll be a 4-pitch walk issued. Second walk of the 7th inning for Pettibone. 1 out, 2 on.
Next batter, number 4, Aiden Bray.
Aiden Bray will bat. The right fielder takes a strike. So Docs will be headed to Eugene tomorrow for a league doubleheader, and then they go to Portland for a single 9-inning game up in Hillsboro at Ron Tonkin Field, home of the Hillsboro Hops minor league baseball team. A non-leaguer there against the Hillsboro Barbers. 1-1 count for Bray as a pitch bounces outside by Pettibone. And then after the game against the Barbers, Docs finally get a day off after a long stretch of ball games. Strike on the inside corner from Pettibone to Bray. It's a 1-2 count with 1 out. Ground ball, third base side. That's a foul ball. Ooh. I thought that might have been fair, and I'm surprised didn't get much of a call from our home umpire. He must have yelled it out down on the field, but boy, where's the hands up? Tell you that's a foul ball. We'll do it again on the 1-2 pitch. Van Norman holding the runner on at second. It's in the dirt for Pettibone again, and it's a 2-2 count. The 2-2 runners are both going, and the pitch is low. It goes to a full count, double steal. Runners at second and third for the Titans. Up by 8. And you execute a double steal. 3-2 pitch. Pettibone misses low, and the bases are loaded. Wouldn't have really mattered anyways. Bases juiced. They've got Jacob Luther headed out to the bullpen for the Doc Stewarts. He's going to start throwing. Bases loaded. Tristan Vidal at the plate. He is 1 for 4 in this game. Does have a couple of RBI. First pitch for Vidal in the air, foul territory. Jonathan Stone's going to chase this one. He'll make the catch, turns and looks. The runners are all holding. Big out there for the Doc Stewarts. A ball caught in foul territory. Vidal will go down as out number 2, and it now goes to Hunter Brown, who has come in. Came in defensively for Brooks Robertson and took over in left field. And so you've got Hunter Brown at the plate. He takes pitch 1 for ball 1. He swings at the pitch low and fouls it up and out of play into the stands for a 1-1 count. Pettibone's 1-1 pitch, strike on the inside corner. He's 1 strike away from getting through this 7th inning with not allowing the lead to climb anymore. It sits at 15-7 right now. The 1-2 lined into left field, and Willamette Valley will add to their lead. 2 runs are going to come in to score. That ball was well offline. Backing up the play is Pettibone, but up to third base is going to go Aiden Bray. On at first is Hunter Brown as he drives in 2 with a single. 17-7 now our score. Docs, it is a 10-run lead now, but Docs get a chance to try and come back in the bottom of the 7th. First pitch swinging. That's a fair ball down the line for Andrew Joseph. 1 run in. Joseph heading for second. They're going to hold the second, the other runner at third. Probably could have added 1 more, but it appears they've decided they've got enough at the moment. Leading now 18-7 for the Willamette Valley Titans. And out of the dugout is going to come Jeremiah Robbins, who will make the trot to the mound. He's going to make a call to the pin. And that's going to do it for KC Pettibone on the mound. Doc Stewart's trail, 18-7. We'll come back after this 60-second break. It's a call to the pen brought to you by Shelby Migulana Construction on 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
Season is finally here. But remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Jacob Luther will take over for KC Pettibone, who goes 2 innings of work. And Pettibone gives up 3 hits, right now credited with 4 runs, 3 earned, 3 walks, and 2 strikeouts for him. This Willamette Valley Titans team is dangerous, and I think their offense predicates the way this team plays. They obviously can make you pay if you do not play well on the defensive side. I haven't seen them necessarily be overly threatening with their pitching staff or their defense, but what it is they definitely make you pay when you do not get them at the plate. And they are doing that here tonight against the Doc Stewarts. 18-7 the score. Jacob Luther will get a soft liner from Kyle Davis up the middle that is caught by shortstop Caden Johnson, and that's the final out of the 7th inning for the Titans. But they add 3 more runs to their total. They lead 18-7 as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Docs needing 11 to tie and 12 to walk off with a win when we come back after this on 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
I'll leave all my trash here for you. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. 3 outs for the Doc Stewarts to see if they can pull off the miracle, trailing 18-7 against the Willamette Valley Titans, who look to really grab a hold on the Area 4 championship race. And we were talking earlier, I believe, I would have to do the math, but I am going to say I'm confident that I believe the Doc Stewarts, with a loss here in Game 2, will find themselves eliminated from contention for the Area 4 title. On the mound for Willamette Valley will be Kyle Davis, trying to finish it off here on not a save opportunity by any stretch of the imagination, up by 11. Gets a first pitch strike against Drake Bourgeois. Bourgeois 0 for 1 in this game, been walked and hit by a pitch. His 0-1 pitch fouled back for strike 2. You've got Bourgeois, Van Norman, and Johnson due up for the Doc Stewarts, the 8-9-1 hitters here in the 7th. Davis's 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball carries outside for a 1-2 count. Davis, a bit of a diminutive righty out there on the mound. Comes set with his hands very low, below the belt, and works out of that low position. He gets a breaking ball lifted high into the air to left field for Bourgeois. Hunter Brown out there in relief on the defensive side will take that one for out number 1. Brings up Luke Van Norman, 2 for 2 in this game. Walked in the 5th inning, his last time at the plate. One out, nobody on. Kyle Davis, they have listed at 5'8", 140 pounds. He's what I used to be in high school, so I shouldn't rag on his size too much. He's what I wish I could be right now. 140 pounds, oh my goodness, that would be crazy. 0-1 pitch. Outside to Van Norman. 1-1 count now for Davis. Davis came in the 6th inning, got a 1-2-3 after the Docs loaded the bases against Zach Hart. Van Norman fouls one down the left field side. It'll drop in foul territory. Strike 2 against the Docs' second baseman. The lefty Van Norman against the righty Davis. The 1-2 pitch coming up. High, and the count goes even. Let's see, Zach Hart came in the 5th. But at that time, it was a 15-7 score. So, count goes full. Just thinking out loud there for a bit. It was 15-7 when Kyle Davis came in, and he had the bases loaded. That's still not close enough to give him a save opportunity. He's got a 3-2 count here against Van Norman. A breaking ball, and he got just a piece of it to stay alive. So we'll do it again.
Finish it, Katie. Let's go, Seb.
Full count with 1 out and nobody on for the Docs here in the bottom of the 7th inning, trailing 18-7 against the Willamette Valley Titans. Kyle Davis's 3-2 pitch. Van Norman back up the middle. He'll get something started. A sharply hit ground ball right back through the box into center field. So Van Norman gets on base for a 4th time in this ballgame, his 3rd hit. So 1 on and 1 out.
The new batter, number 8, Cade Meisner.
And Cade Meisner is going to come in and make a relief appearance at the plate. He bats for Caden Johnson, who will finish the day 2 for 4 in this one. Meisner's first pitch, a breaking ball outside. Meisner was our interview guest in between games today. Talked to him. Nice to catch up to him from Sutherland High School. I imagine he'll be one of our starters in tomorrow's series up in Eugene. Takes low and outside for a 2-0 count. This season for Meisner, he's had only 7 at-bats. He is hitting 3 for 7, 429 on the season. He gets around on one. That ball belted into the air, deep down the left field line, and out of here but foul. Of course. He hit that one deep. It would have cleared it if it had stayed fair even, but that one hooked into foul territory for Meisner. That'll be a long strike for him. Meisner has 1 double on the season, 2 RBI, and again batting .429. Takes a breaking ball for a called strike, and it's a 2-2 count. That would have been fun to see him hit one out there. Wouldn't necessarily change the score much. They would have still been down by 9, but would have been something. A 2-2 count here for Meisner against Kyle Davis. Another breaking ball. He'll get him to swing and miss. Well, Meisner goes from possibly hitting one out of here to striking out, and there's 2 down. Spencer 6, the next scheduled hitter, and instead it's going to be, I believe, Sam Guastafaro. It will be Guastafaro.
Sam Guastafaro.
Getting some new batters in for the Doc Stewarts. Guastafaro will bat for Spencer, who will finish with 3 walks in this ball game. A 1-0 pitch for Guastafaro. Takes outside for ball 2.
Come on, 7.
Guastafaro getting called up mid-season from the single-A team to fill in some roles. He's had 9 at-bats. He's hitting .333. Takes low and outside for ball 3. Guastafaro with 2 singles and a double. He's got 2 RBI as well. And he does have 5 strikeouts. 3-0 is high for ball 4. So Guastafaro will draw a walk in his pinch hit appearance. And now it's going to be Austin Anderson that'll get a chance to hit his first at-bat of the night. So they're emptying the bench here for the Doc Stewarts, down by 11. Austin Anderson, if I'm not mistaken, he does not have an at-bat yet this season. He does not, and he'll take his first pitch for strike 1. Takes over for Doran Gillespie. Gillespie will finish out 3 for 4 in this game with 2 singles and a triple. And taking for strike 2 on a breaking ball is Anderson. Down to their final strike in this ball game. Unless Anderson can find a way on, and he will. He gets beaned. What a ball game tonight for us, folks. Hit by a pitch will put Austin Anderson on at first, Sam Guastafaro to second, and Luke Van Norman all the way over to third. 0-2 count, and he gets hit by a pitch. Jonathan Stone will be up to bat. He first batter in a while to get a chance to actually stay in the game. They may have run out of guys on the bench to put in for pinch hit appearances. First pitch to Stone is in the dirt for ball 1. Well, one swing of the bat here, and suddenly we've got a 7-run ball game with 2 down in the 7th inning. A 1-0 pitch here for Kyle Davis. Stone will take low for ball 2. Suddenly with 2 outs, and an 11-run lead. Kyle Davis is afraid of the strike zone. Stone is 1 for 3 in this ballgame. Walked his last time at the plate. He was the last batter to face Zach Hart. 2-0 delivery from Davis. He'll miss outside for ball 3. So Davis down to needing just one more out. He is possibly on the verge of putting 3 straight batters on base. He will get a strike across against Jonathan Stone. 3 balls, 2 strikes. At this point, just let him try and hit it. A 3-1 from Davis. Swing and a miss by Stone. So here we go, a 3-2 count with the bases loaded and 2 down. The runners will be moving on the pitch to the plate. Stone trying to find an open spot in the field. A 3-2 pitch, ball 4. So the Docs will get a run. Jonathan Stone will pick up an RBI. Coming in to score is Luke Van Norman, his 3rd run of the night. Guastafaro goes to 3rd, Anderson to 2nd after their pinch hit appearances. Out to the mound goes the catcher Isaiah Burke. Up to bat will be Jet Black.
Next batter, number 18, Jet Black.
Jay Stoffel waiting on deck for the Doc Stewarts, and it does look like Cody Johnson behind him. So I think our string of pinch hitters have come to an end. First pitch coming here for Jet. He struck out against Kyle Davis to start out Davis's appearance on the mound. Takes a break. That one had a lot of movement behind it. Strike 1 against Jet Black. 1 for 4 in this ball game for Jet. The 0-1 pitch. That ball hit sharp down the third base side, almost getting Guastafaro, who moved out of the way in foul territory, mind you. So just like that, Jet Black finds himself down 0-2 in this ball game. Docs get 1 run in. They trail 18-8 at the moment. The 0-2 to Jet. Another foul ball. Apparently they need some baseballs. They've run out of them in this ball game here tonight. We have found a baseball. They've found one tucked probably back behind the tarp down there or something like that. Mush ball coming up here for Jet, I'm sure. 0-2 pitch here for Davis. And the home umpire is going to say, we're done tonight. Calls strike 3 against Jet Black. That will finish things off for the Doc Stewarts here tonight. They fall 18-8 against the Willamette Valley Titans in Game 2 of tonight's doubleheader. The Willamette Valley takes the series. They win against the Doc Stewarts 3 out of 4, taking both of them here at Legion Field tonight. We will come back to put a final bow on this one this evening, folks. Doc Stewarts will try to regroup themselves, gather things up for tomorrow's trip to Eugene, where they look to try and pull off a couple of upsets against the challengers tomorrow night. We'll come back with your Roseburg Disposal post-game show to wrap up tonight's action for you here on 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
Season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Welcome in, everybody, to a Roseburg Disposal post-game show. Let them make the run to the dump for you. That is Roseburg Disposal. We will make this kind of a quick post-game here. Not a lot that's all that fun to talk about in this one here tonight. But let's recap it for you as we take a look at your News Review Sports Section game recap. For more on tonight's doubleheader, make sure you pick up a print edition of the News Review coming up tomorrow. Willamette Valley took a 2-0 lead in the top of the first inning off of Doc starter Peyton Hope. They made it 4-0 in the third. Doc's got 2 runs back in the bottom of the third inning, made it 4-2. But Willamette Valley would quickly take the momentum back at 8-2. Doc's got 5 runs in the bottom of the 7th, and it looked like we had a ball game on our hands at 8-7 the score. But then Willamette Valley put up a 7 spot in the 5th inning. They bat through the lineup, send 11 hitters to the plate. Garrett Zymet gets the first 2 outs and then walk, double, hit by pitch, walk, and he finally gets lifted from the game. Zymet giving up 6 runs in 2/3 of an inning on just 1 hit but 4 walks. Tough stretch of the roster there for the lineup there for Garrett Zymet, and he comes out of the game facing 8 batters and just gives up a lot for the Doc Stewarts, and that gives 7 runs to the Willamette Valley Titans. They would pull ahead at that point in time 15-7, add 3 more in the top of the 7th inning to make it 18-7. Doc's got 1 back in the bottom of the 7th inning, and that's where the rally ended. 18 runs on 11 hits, 1 error for the Willamette Valley Titans tonight. For the Doc Stewarts, 8 runs on 12 hits and 3 errors for the Stewies. Taking the loss will be Peyton Hope on the night, and getting the win will be the starter Wyatt Sales, both starters factoring into the decision here this evening. We're going to go ahead and take a break. When we come back, we'll look at the offensive and defensive numbers for you from this one, and we'll name our Joe's Towing player of the game for the Doc Stewarts here in Game 2 of this doubleheader. Back after this on 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
Season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Both teams still having lengthy conversations here at Legion Field tonight. Docs down the left field side, the Willamette Valley Titans down the right field side. The Titans have the trip back to Springfield to make tonight. Docs will be cleaning things up here at Legion Field when all said and done and getting ready for a road trip tomorrow to Eugene to take on the Challengers. We'll take a look at our Garrettson Building Supply scoreboard update here in this final segment of the Roseburg Disposal postgame show, so stay tuned for the latest information we have on that. And we, like I said earlier, I believe that loss knocks the Doc Stewarts out of contention for the Area 4 championship title. Even if it didn't, it's a long shot at this point. But don't dismay. Doc Stewarts still have a chance to get in the postseason. And even if a loss here, they're still not out of reach of maybe a second-place finish, and even a third-place finish would mean a home super regional for the Doc Stewarts here at Legion Field. So still a lot left on the line for the Doc Stewarts as they make their way through the tail end of this league schedule in Area 4, which is never easy. The Docs have definitely taken some of their own lumps, though, here in the last couple of games this season. 18-8, your final score here in Game 2 of tonight's Twin Bill. Let's look at some of the numbers. Getting the win on the mound is Wyatt Sales as both starters factor into the decision. Wyatt Sales goes 4 innings, gave up 9 hits, 7 runs, all earned, 3 walks and no strikeouts, but he left with the lead. Peyton Hope takes the loss. He gave up 4 innings. He gave up 7 hits, 8 runs, 4 earned, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. Looking at it, 11 earned runs for Willamette Valley here tonight. That still would have been enough to win. Things got a little out of control late in this game against the Doc Stewarts, but only 11 earned runs for the Willamette Valley Titans. Doc Stewarts got to clean things up on the defensive side. Garrett Zimet, Casey Pettibone, Jacob Luther all work in this game for the Doc Stewarts. Zach Hart and Kyle Davis also for the Willamette Valley Titans. Offensive numbers, 2 for 3 for Bryce Betcher, scored 4 times. He walked twice. Zach Hart, 2 for 4 with 3 runs scored and 3 RBI. He walked once. 2 for 4 for Walker Wanham with 2 runs scored and an RBI. 1 for 2 for Isaiah Burke with 3 runs scored, 2 RBI, 3 walks. 1 for 4 for Aiden Bray with 2 runs scored, 2 RBI, 1 walk. 1 for 5 for Tristan Vidal with a run scored, 2 RBI. Hunter Brown goes 1 for 1 with 2 RBI. Andrew Joseph goes 1 for 3 with 2 runs scored, an RBI, a walk in there as well. And Kyle Davis went 0 for 3, but he had a run scored, an RBI, and a walk in there as well. For the Doc Stewarts, Caden Johnson goes 2 for 4 at the top of the lineup with 2 runs scored and 2 RBI. Let's see here. Spencer Six walked 3 times, scored once. Doran Gillespie goes 3 for 4 with 4 RBI. Jonathan Stone 1 for 3 with an RBI. 1 for 5 for Jet Black. 1 for 4 for Jay Stoffel. 1 for 4 for Cody Johnson. 0 for 2 with a run scored for Drake Bourgeois with 2 walks. And 3 for 3 for Luke Van Norman at the bottom of the lineup with 3 runs scored for the Doc Stewarts. Reach base once on a walk as well. In fact, Luke Van Norman gets on base every time he's at the plate for the Doc Stewarts in this one. It's time now here in the postgame show to name our Joe's Towing a player of the game. Coming through in the clutch for you, that is Joe's Towing, your local towing professionals. Make sure to give them a call for your towing needs. It was a game that by the end of it, it's kind of an ugly number, 18-8 for the Doc Stewarts, but they lose in this one. But bright spot at the plate, Doran Gillespie goes 3 for 4 with 4 runs driven in as he had a couple of singles and a triple. Not a bad night for Doran Gillespie at the plate for the Doc Stewarts. But they got to carry the offensive momentum. They just have to pick things up on the mound and on the defensive side of the ball going into tomorrow's matchup against the Eugene Challengers. So That is kind of the final thought on this Doc Stewart's team here after a disappointing performance here at home tonight in a sweep. They lose game 1, 4-1 on a very decent pitching performance from Jay Stoffel. But the Doc Stewarts give up 3 runs in the first inning, and then they hold Willamette Valley to 1 unearned run the rest of the game, but just could not get the offense to find their way back. Doc Stewart's here in game 2. It was back and forth for a while, but one big inning, the 5th inning, allows Willamette Valley to pull away and win for good. Willamette Valley improves to 12-2 in league play. Doc Stewart's go to 6-8 in league. Docs are now 17-13 on the season, and the Willamette Valley Titans are now 29-1 on the year. They've won 4 straight. Docs have lost back-to-back games for a 3rd time this season. Well, that'll pretty much wrap it up for us here tonight from Legion Field, folks. Want to say thanks to the Willamette Valley Titans making the trip down here tonight. Coach Danny Sales for being so proactive in getting us the starting lineups with well in advance for tonight's game. Want to say thanks to head coach Jeremiah Robbins, the entire Roseburg Doc Stewart's baseball program, the Roseburg American Legion, and everybody involved that allows us to bring you another season of Doc Stewart's baseball here on 1490 The Score. Thanks to Cruz Ibanez back in the studio for the radio production tonight. Thanks to Josh Nelson for help with the video production this evening. And as always, a thanks to you, the fan, for tuning in for tonight's broadcast. It was a bit of a long one in Game 2, but without you, I'd definitely be a guy sitting here talking to myself. I'm Joey Kieran. Tomorrow night, the Roseburg Dr. Stewarts are going to take on the Eugene Challengers up at Sweet Johnson Stadium in Eugene, and we did not check with Josh here on any updates to Game 2 of that doubleheader between Eugene and Grants Pass. Let's go ahead and get one last look at the Garrettson Building Supplies scoreboard update. Josh?
All right, thanks, Joey. So Eugene was at Grants Pass tonight. They did win the first game 9-4 against Grants Pass, and the last update that we had was towards the bottom of the 4th inning. Eugene was winning 6-2.
All right, so Eugene looking like they may possibly sweep Grants Pass tonight, which would mean you've got the bottom 4 teams are all kind of jumbled mess, and then the top 2 teams battling it out for the Area 4 title are coming out of the Eugene-Springfield area. We'll see where things finish after tonight, but that's how things look like they're shaping up here this evening. So hopefully you will tune in tomorrow night when the Roseburg Doc Stewarts head up to Eugene looking to bounce back and, well, redeem themselves just a little bit as they take on the Eugene Challengers. The doubleheader starts at 6 o'clock. Our pregame coverage will start at 5:45. You can catch the action streaming live online at 541radio.com or right here on Douglas County's home for sports, CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score. Okie dokie. Thank you, Cruz. I appreciate it. Oof.